Happy watching!
So you love sport. You love playing it, watching it, and analyzing it. And even though you don't aspire to be a professional sports person or athlete, you would love to have a lucrative career around the world of sport. So hey, this is Chetna and you're watching ChetChat, one of the largest online career and higher education talk shows. And this is ChetChat's masterclass on careers in sport. Worldwide, sport is one of the fastest growing industries with gross revenues in billions of dollars. Closer home too, from being a cricket-centric country, India is now home to multiple sports with leagues in football, hockey, volleyball, kabaddi, badminton, tennis, table tennis. We've got F1 and bike leagues too. Sport is projected to be a $1 billion industry in India soon. Now in this video, we're going to cover 30 different sport-related careers, the top universities in the world that offer some programs related to sport, typical entry requirements for these programs, and the pros and cons of pursuing a career in the field of sport. Let's talk about those 30 sport-related careers right away. Now, I've divided them into 7 different categories. And let's jump in to category 1, which is called sports management. Now, within sports management, you could have 6 different types of careers. The first being team management, which involves your leading an entire team and taking care of everything from budgeting to marketing. The second job in this category would be that of a social media manager. Third possible career could be that of an event planner, which would require skills of event management combined with a deep interest and understanding of the sport. Career number 4 is called sports marketing, which involves everything from sponsorships, intellectual property, and merchandising. Now, if you're interested in developing talent right from the grassroots, picking up young children from across the country and converting them into professional athletes and sports persons, then career number 5 is for you, and we call it grassroots development. You could perhaps work for organizations that are already involved in such work. To name a few, MRF Pace Academy, Olympic Gold Quest, and certainly there are many others in different sports. And career number 6 within the overall category of sports management is called sports agencies, which is not handling an entire team, but handling all business and legal dealings for professional players. The second category of careers is called sports science. This is for those of you that are passionate about sport as well as biology. Now, while it's called science in general, the crux of these type of careers that I'm going to list under category 2 hinges upon your interest in biology. Let's take the first career within this category, that of a sports physician or a sports doctor. Now, this is typically a master's degree that you would undertake post an undergraduation degree in medicine. It could be an MBBS degree if you're studying in India, or an equivalent degree in undergraduation in medicine that you would do anywhere else. Career number 8, or the second type of career within sports science, is that of a sports physiotherapist or a therapist. This again requires you to do a master's program in physiotherapy. Now, you could either do a bachelor's in physiotherapy followed by a master's in physiotherapy, or you could do a bachelor's program in science followed by a master's in physiotherapy. Career number 9 is called sport and exercise science. Now, this is a field where you'll need to understand the physiological, biomechanical, and psychological influences on human performance and design the best exercises for sports persons. Career number 10 is sports nutrition. Typically, this would require you to undertake a degree in nutrition focused on sports persons' requirements. Career number 11 is called sports psychology. This is at the intersection of a degree in psychology as well as a deep passion for the field of sport. In this career, as a sports psychologist, you would help players remain motivated, manage intense pressures, mental health issues, and always remain on top of their game. And the last career within this category of sports science is called Kinesiology or sport biomechanics. This is literally the physics of sport. And when you're pursuing a degree in kinesiology, you would undertake courses in biology, biomechanics, and physics, along with anatomy, for you to be able to understand the human body very well. Category number 3 of sport-related careers is called sport coaching and education. And there are 3 types of careers that you can follow under this category. The first being that of a sports coach or a physical education teacher. Now, this could be at a school level, at a college level, or at an institution level. You could even work for the army or any of those kind of institutions. The next career within this category is that of becoming an umpire or a referee. There are specialized courses that are available to help you become either an umpire or a referee. And the last career that you can follow within this head of sport education and coaching is that of becoming a professor of sport management at an institution that teaches either sport management or other sport-related courses. So we've covered about 15 sport-related careers up till now in 3 broad categories. So if you had interest in management and sport, you could go back and take a look at the sport management careers. If you had interest in biology, medicine, therapy, and that side of things, you could go back and take a look at the sports science careers. And the third category that we looked at was the education and coaching combined with sport. Now, category number 4. For those of you that are interested in sport and yet have a passion for computer science, mathematics, statistics, or engineering. Now, within this category, there are 2 types of different careers that you could follow. The first is that of sport analytics. There are multiple routes that you can use to get to a career in sport analytics, and the popular ones include either doing a course in data science from a computational perspective, or doing a course in data analytics from a business school from a statistics perspective. And the second career that you can follow if you have a passion for engineering is called sports technology. Now, this involves industrial design and product design of sport equipment. And the kind of courses that you would undertake when you're pursuing a degree in sports technology would include sports science kind of courses, engineering courses, as well as product and industrial design type of courses. And career number 18 is called sports law. Now, there is no particular specialization called sports law, but while undertaking a program in law, if you find yourself specializing in contract law, labor law, competition law, media law, or tort law, then a combination of some of these could lead you to become a famous sports lawyer. Category number 5 is for those of you that are passionate about journalism, public relations, content creation, and that genre along with sport. Career number 19 is public relations. You could become a specialist PR manager for sport persons. Career number 20 is content creation, which not only includes blogging and writing, but also multimedia content creation coming up in the future. Career number 21 is broadcasting. Career number 22 is photojournalism. Career number 23 is publishing, and career number 24 is that of being a sport show producer. You could be a producer of a show on television or on any other medium that will come up in the future. Career number 25 is that of a sports editor. And career number 26 is that of a radiocaster or an RJ that specializes in the domain of sport. Career number 27 is that of a news reporter who's a specialist in sport. Career number 28 is exciting for you if you're interested in social sciences, social sciences research, and market research. You could follow this career and make it meaningful when your research helps international organizations and governments to shape policies and procedures relating to sport. Category number 6 and career number 29 is actually not a single career, but an entire new industry called e-sport. E-sport is growing rapidly and they claim that it is about $1 billion large already. This field is very large and perhaps needs a video of itself, so I'll not talk too much about it, but just to mention that there are career options in e-sport that are available for you. And career number 30 is literally the last but not the least, one of becoming a professional athlete or a sports person. And I just want to leave a word with you that if in case you're planning to pursue a career in sport and you want to study abroad, particularly in the US, there are athletic scholarships that are available for a list of sport, and I might put the links down in the description box under the video as well. So look up some of those scholarships if you want to pursue athletics at an undergrad level in the US. Now that we've covered the 30 sport-related careers, let's talk about the top universities in the world that offer programs related to sport. Now, as per the QS World Ranking 2019, the top 5 universities offering sport-related courses are the Loughborough University in UK. There are 2 universities of Australia that find a mention, including University of Queensland and University of Sydney, and 2 universities of Canada are there, University of British Columbia and University of Toronto. Looking at a country-wide split, while the top 5 universities are Canadian, Australian and UK, US universities find a significant presence in the top 20 universities as well. Looking at Europe, Netherlands and Spain have very good programs. Australia and New Zealand together have some great programs on sport, true to the kind of countries that they are. Brazil has about 6 universities in the top 50. South Africa has 1 leading university. Asia doesn't feature very high in this genre, with only about 13 universities in the top 100. And the leading countries are South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, and China. Now let's look at the typical entry requirements of these universities when it comes to admission into sport-related courses. Now, the first and the most important thing to remember is that academics do matter. They look at your high school scores and they're trying to see how well you can balance your academic as well as your sport. Also, since most of these courses will be held in English language, they would be looking for an English language proficiency test like IELTS or TOEFL. Remember, these courses are very competitive. So they're not only looking at your skill in one sport, they may be looking at your skills across multiple sports. Because sport-related careers, as we noticed when we were going through the list, tend to be multidisciplinary. They also require you to have an understanding of multiple sports. For example, if you're a sports psychologist or a team manager, you might have to manage different kinds of abilities and talents and skills. So because of the multi-dimensional nature of the career, the colleges are going to look at you as a multi-dimensional person who's displaying that skill in various forms. Not only on the field, you might need to do some community service or other areas of passion projects that you may follow outside of the field, because all of that is going to help you build that strong resume. Another word of caution is that you may need to look beyond the regular conventional top universities around the world, because sport-related courses are offered by some very specialized universities. But when they do that, they have a multitude of courses that they offer, and admissions tend to be very competitive. And to top everything else, your communication and leadership skills will be super important. And now for the last bit of the show, where we're going to tell you about the pros and cons of following a career in sport. Now, the positives obviously are you can have a high, it's a thrilling career, you could work with some celebrity athletes, you could travel around the world with them, and you could be doing something that you totally love. And also because the sport field right now is poised at a growth stage, you might have room for a lot of creativity and ownership and growing big in this industry. Looking at the cons, one thing I'd like to say upfront is that while we've listed 30 different careers, they could all come with a huge variable range of remunerations. At one end, you could have a sports teacher at a primary school, and at the other end, you could have a team manager of a big club, and anything in between. So remember that when you get into the field, there's no sort of fixed remuneration that you could be aiming for. There's no fixed growth that you could be looking at. Everything is up in the air. Things are changing very dynamically. It also tends to be very competitive. And when you're traveling with the team, etc., you could also have long hours and extensive amount of travel. And finally, some of the careers relating to sport might also hinge upon your own personal physical fitness. So overall, I'm sure for you the pros far outweigh the cons, but I thought I'll share both of those with you. So thank you for watching right till the end, and I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. But don't forget to press that subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it, and give us a thumbs up if you like our work. And happy watching!